Hi, real estate enthusiasts. So I am going to go ahead and go over Google My Business. If any of you are familiar with anything at all whatsoever, you know at this point in time, everybody who wants to know anything about anything, they go to Google My Business. So if you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur, if you do contract work, if you own a property, I hope you are on Google My Business. But if you are not, definitely stay tuned and watch this video. If you are on Google Business and you haven't logged into it for a while, you haven't checked on it for a while, stay tuned as well because there are many different features in Google My Business. I'm going to touch on a few of them, but it is something that you should actually utilize like your social media. So I'm going to be showing you guys a newer account, so there's not a ton of information in it, but it's amazing how quickly activity will get updated and will show. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for you guys. So I'm going to walk you guys through really quick what it looks like when you first are going to go into it. Okay, so you are going to acquire your first company. Let's say you're a real estate agent, or you are a home inspector, or you just bought your first real commercial property, anything like that. You want to be on Google My Business. So what you would do is you'd go to Google My Business, and this page will come in. And so you want to claim your profile. I'm going to go as far as I can. Everything is connected to my Gmail accounts and everything. And so I don't want to mess anything up. I'm not that good with technology. But what you do is you claim your profile. So as you can see, some of my businesses have come up. And so this is companies I already have. So you're going to want to create a new one. So this is just kind of some information that I can pull up. The company that I'm going to be walking through today with you guys is, these are my other two companies, and it's connected to one of my Google accounts. So that's why these companies pulled up. So what you would want to do is you want to add a business, add a single business, or if there's already a business online, let's say that you purchased a property that is already on Google My Business, you can import that over and you can then become the new owner of that Google business. So there are certain verification processes that Google Business does. One of the more popular ones that they do to verify who you are and that you truly own that company is they send you out a postcard with a verification code on it. So these are just, like I said, I want to go over like quick first steps before actually getting into Google My Business. So what you're going to do is when you first acquire your company, you're going to go into Google My Business. Once you're in it, whatever Gmail account you're signed into is going to attach to it. So as you can see, I'm logged into one of my other accounts that are not attached to my commercial properties. And I actually have a different Gmail account for every property that we have. So even if I was logged into the right one, it would only be showing that one company. So because that's what I do. I set up a Gmail account for every property that we have. And so then I have its own Google Drive, its own profile, its own Google My Business, and all that kind of stuff. So I keep everything separated from each other. So just kind of throwing that out there just so you guys have an idea of how that's organized. So I'm going to move myself over here. So you'd go ahead and you'd add your business. So you'd either be importing a business from someone else you acquired, and it'll pull over all of their data, all of the information, but you're now the owner. So then you can change like the phone number, the email address, attach a different website, whatever it may be that you are updating and changing for your company. If you're just going to be adding a business, one that's not currently on Google Business, or let's say you don't want to attach it to the previous business that's on Google Business, you would just want to start from scratch, you go ahead and add a business. Once you click add a business, you're going to put in the property address. It's going to do the same thing like the post office does. It's going to say, it's going to suggest an address if maybe you didn't type it in exactly how it wants it to. So usually whatever Google comes up with is the correct address. You can just click yes. And then it goes through and it says like, what kind of company are you? What services do you have? What your hours of operations are. And do you offer like services? Like, are you a retail store? Do you sell things? What type of company are you? What products do you have? Is there someone at the facility? So do you have actual store hours that people can go to? So Just kind of letting you know some questions that you should know in advance. If you don't, a lot of times you can skip through and go back and edit later. It always asks for photos, which is really, really good. So again, I'm going to show you our account that we have right now for the property that we just purchased. And it does not have any photos. We're still in rehab mode. And so I don't really want photos of it right now. But so what will happen is then you will get you'll get approved and you'll have claimed your business. So once you do the verification and you let Google know about your business, and then it sends you the verification. Sometimes it can do it by phone. Sometimes it does it. You can change the mailing address if you have a company that doesn't really get mail, like a PO box or something. You can then get it sent to your house. But sometimes it takes like 4 to 7 days to verify your company. So once you verify it, you also want to go back into Google your business because I had verified our company. And even though I had verified it, I then had to go back and verify my email address and my phone number. And so I just want to throw that out there because we verified our Google business and I was just sitting back and I was just waiting for the phone to start ringing because because people are searching for it. It's a service that people are looking for. And our company name is obviously like the city, town, and name and the service. And so we were aligned perfectly to be on Google Business. And for like a week and a half, we didn't get any phone calls. And I was really surprised because Google Business usually is a lot quicker than that, because like I said, everyone Googles everything. And so I actually learned from my own mistakes and I went back in and I had to re-verify all of my information. And so our company was verified. And so we were showing up on Google, but I hadn't verified our phone number or our email or our website. And so on my end, I could see all that information. But when you just Google it from another account, our company name was showing up, but none of the other information was showing up. And so if people were Googling us, all they could see was our company name. They couldn't see our phone number. They couldn't see any contact information whatsoever. So obviously that was a problem. So I was able to go back into here. This is kind of like our main account. I was able to go back in here. I was able to verify our phone number, our email, and everything. And voila, the phone started ringing. So if you are down on sales, putting your company on Google Business, it will jump it up like 30 to 40%. So obviously that's not guaranteed. It really depends what company you are. Like if you're a realtor and you put yourself on Google Business, that's not going to skyrocket it because there's tons of real estate agents out there. And people aren't really Googling real estate agents. And if they are, there's quite a few companies that come up, actual companies. And so if you're an individual, which I do suggest as an individual, putting yourself on Google Business because you want to be getting those leads. You don't want your broker to be getting those leads. But like I said, most areas have 10, 20, 30, plus real estate agents. So that's not the best example of something, but you still want to be on Google Business because you want your information out there, accessible, easy, quick for as many people as possible to be able to find you and know that you're a professional in that area. So Google Business will do that, and it's a great way to do that. In addition to it, so when you get into Google Business, you can see right here, claim your free advertising money. So this is awesome. I mean, Google right away gives you free money. And this is what it would look like. So they automatically just kind of put in a search that they've already done the the algorithms, the back end stuff to connect my company, my services, and my product to what they feel would best fit and pull in the most clients. And this is just a really, really quick rundown of an ad. So obviously, if I claim my credit, I would want to put a little bit more keywords here to kind of stand out a little bit more. But Google's usually pretty good where they'll say how many words you can do, what type of suggestions, and maybe some suggestions on some specific keywords. And so this is free. And so as people are like if you go on your computer and you type in Lufkin, if you type in self-storage, this is where it would come up. So if I typed in, I don't have any credits right now, so it's not going to come up, but I'll show you another company. So if I type in self-storage Lufkin, So you'll see ads related. So it looks like actually, I don't think these are ads. Usually it says ads right here. And the first thing that comes up is ads. And so this is where it would pop up. It would pop up right away. And so this is self-storage Lufkin. What Google is saying is, if someone Googles this storage facility in Lufkin, if they Google this exactly, my ad will pop up right away, right at the top. And I can change that as well. If I see that this is more popular than what Google is suggesting, then I could change it to this instead. And so what would happen is it says ads related to. Well, none of these are ads because usually it says ads right here on Google. So then you know, oh, look, I'm in Yahoo. That could be the problem. For some reason, Yahoo is my default. So let me show you a better example. So what it would look like, here you go. Okay, so add. So right here, self-storage Lufkin. So right here, all of these people are paying for Google business credits. And so when someone types in self-storage Lufkin, boom, their companies pop up first, and then they have to scroll down for someone to actually see a map of Lufkin and some more of the places available. So it's super helpful. It's another way to get a ton of clicks is if you know kind of those keywords that people are Googling, this is a great way to show up front at top, especially when you're a new company. So create ad, add your photos. So I definitely recommend Google, like any company, likes to see activity. So they're going to push your company and promote it and push it more to the top, the more activity that you have on your Google business. So yes, it is like a social media account. And so if you have, let's say, like 10 photos to post about your business, I would say, put 2 or 3 up there. So then there's a couple of photos, but save a few. And so every month I would add another photo to your Google account. And so it's creating activity. It's creating, new data. And so it's going to keep pushing you up to the top because you're active in your Google business. Again, there's also great posts. So this is a great way if you have a retail shop or if you do promotions. Creating posts is awesome because as you're doing promotions, you can actually create a post for that specific product. So you can add a button, you can do what's new, different offers, update your status. I think that's specific to COVID stuff, create an event. So this is a great way if you are doing webinars, if you have different promotions or sales or anything like that, make sure you update it in Google Business. Because again, Google likes to see activity on Google Business. And so if you really want to start getting more activity on your website, if you want to start getting known for your profession and your services in a specific area, then as you post new things on your Google business, when people are searching for things, Google is going to say, hey, this company is really active and they've created new posts, new photos, and they're going to start pushing you more to the top. And so these are super important to gain traction and get noticed online, especially through Google. So again, this is, we've only owned this company for a month. And so we're still kind of doing new things here and there. I did post a post, just quick, simple, based on the holidays, just something to kind of have out there. Like I said, it was pretty new. It was the holidays. We were just kind of trying to gain traction and get out there. So this particular post actually got 61 views. So this is less than a month and we got 61 views on this particular post. So that's pretty good for just, this company did not have a Google My Business. We started from scratch. We created it a little bit after we purchased the property, and it took us a while to actually get approved on Google Business. And since then, in just less than a month, we've had 1,300 views, 1,200 searches and activity. So again, we also were based off of reviews. And so since we're newer, we kind of reached out and connected to tenants and some other people we know to create reviews for us to also push us up on the Google map. So on the Google list, the Google search. So that has helped out tremendously. So again, there's many different pieces pertaining to your company of what will align best with the services that you provide and the information that you want. And so again, here is the post um, that I created. It was very simple, very easy, and all it has is book. So it links to the website. So if people wanted to actually go in and book and reserve a unit, they could go ahead and click from there. So our information, obviously you want information about your company, your office hours, services, where you're located. And then this is great to keep updated. Again, Google really likes to see that you've updated amenities, you've updated office hours, you have special hours, you update like closed for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Because the more activity that they see, they realize that you are a legitimate company. And so they want to help and promote you. So um, again, this is a little bit of a why you should be doing Google My Business. So in just 1 month, we've only been open for a month. You will see that, okay, so we've had 34 direct Google searches, meaning people already know about our company and they are directly searching for us to like find our phone number. So again, we recently purchased it. So we have quite a few tenants that are going to Google us specifically because they are wanting to try to get in touch with us. So, which is awesome. You definitely want to make sure that your tenants know where and how to find you, because on these mismanaged properties, you don't always get all the information. So you want to make yourself accessible very quickly so people can find you. And so as you can see, this blue is discovery. That means there has been almost 1,200 people in this area searching for storage facilities in Lufkin. That's amazing. And so through just kind of randomly searching for a category, a service, a product, anything like that, our information has come up and they've been able to see our company just from random things that they're searching for. And Google's pretty good. I mean, I've only gotten one call that was a little off, but it was still for storage. It was just it was more of a commercial industrial type of storage. Other than that, I mean, we've had 100% warm leads and people truly inquiring about our services. And so again, I just kind of want to show a couple other graphs right here. And so you can see through each day, the time of day, and everything, what people are searching for. And so look, they're listing on search and they're listing on maps. And so this is people who have gone on and they've searched us through Google Maps, and people who have searched us through typing in just kind of general terms and keywords of trying to find a storage facility in Lufkin. So obviously people are looking on search more than maps, but they're both still very, very high. And I love to see these numbers. These are great. And as you can see, total actions taken are 60. So in just 30 days, we've either had website visits, people who are requesting directions, how to get to our facility, and calls directly to us from our Google account. So some of you might be like, oh, 14, that's not amazing, but 14 people inquiring about a storage facility. And I can say we've got about 60% of these individuals that are now tenants. So we are jumping up occupancy 10, 20% within like 30 days. So this is a massive amount. Obviously I'm not quick with numbers, so those numbers aren't completely accurate, but this is huge when you're trying to build occupancy and build awareness and be available for your clients. So this has just been such an amazing thing. So total calls 18. Businesses like us, photo views, people looking at our photos. You don't have any photos, so people are obviously trying to find photos of us. So again, 666 people are looking for photos to compare us to other companies. So that is vital that we get more photos and information up on our Google business, because just like real estate, just like purchasing a property, the first thing that you do is you look at all the photos, whether it's a wholesaler or a realtor that you're getting the information from. You pre-shop through the photos. So you want some good, solid photos on your Google business. So this is huge. Like I said, we're still doing some repairs. We don't actually have, and we're getting a new sign. And so we didn't want an exterior photo with the wrong sign information. And so we didn't have a photo up yet. We just got the new sign up. So we're going to go ahead and update that photo. And this will help us massively because people are not only Googling us, but they want to preview our property prior to moving forward. So this is going to be a huge step up for us, and we're going to get a lot more numbers as we put in more photos, create more posts, and connect more things. So as you can see, you can over here, it says website. So this is specific. If you don't have your own website, Google Business will actually just set you up a quick website. So just so you can kind of see, it automatically just like creates it based off the information that you provided. It just goes ahead and throws up a website for you, which looks amazing. I mean, it's not bad for, I mean, I didn't do anything. This is just, you click on the website tab and right here, get quote, call now, get directions. You can publish it. That's great. We already have a website. And if you go on, let's go ahead and go into Google, and we can go ahead and self-storage token. So this is us right now. So it looks like we have a couple of photos. So what you would go ahead, and we already have our website. In another video, I'm actually going to walk through the website because it is phenomenal. To one, you want your Google business set up. You want people to be able to be driving around, shopping around, and hop in Google and say, you know, I'm looking for a realtor. I'm looking for a commercial realtor. I'm looking for, I mean, gosh, even if you're wholesaling, you could still align your company with, you know, helping new home buyers find properties. Like you can create your company online and people are going to find you and they're going to Google for you and they're going to search for you. So, you know, obviously if you have office buildings, RV storage space, RV parks, anything like that, when people are driving around, they're going to be searching for it. They're either going to look in advance and kind of compare and contrast, or as they're driving through, they're just going to quickly Google it. And so once they Google it, it's amazing to have your phone number on there and like an email address, but a website is pertinent if you really want to streamline your company. So like I said, I'm going to create another video that kind of goes into a little bit more of the back end of our website. Because again, these are just third-party companies. We didn't necessarily create this website ourselves, but the website is based off of the back end software that is super important for storage facilities and any other company that you're going to have. You want something that manages your information, keeps track of rent and data, etc., and stuff like that. So that is it for Google Business. And again, like I said, if you do not have Google My Business currently, or if you do and you have no idea what's on it or anything like that, I guarantee your clients, your tenants are searching for you and they are looking. So you want to make sure that you frequently go into Google My Business, go into your website, and you see what they're seeing. So many of us that go on the back end. Like I said, I was always going to this when I was Googling my business. I was going in here and I was like, I don't understand why people aren't finding me, anything like that. So I had to log out of my Gmail account. So then I could actually Google my company and view the stats from what everyone else is looking at. And from that, I was able to realize that my information wasn't actually verified. So it's super important to pretend to be a tenant or a client every once in a while and go on your website and set yourself up and go in and Google yourself and see what shows up. See how easy it is for others to find you and to kind of do what you're wanting them to do. So test it out, see what you're doing. And today, start putting this one on the calendar of just like your social media, create posts, upload photos, and stay active on Google Your Business. And let me know how it's going. So comment below, share with me, send me email anytime. I'd love to hear the change and shift in your company because you became more exposed, more data out there and everything like that. So Love to hear about it. Again, subscribe below and keep watching for our next videos, and happy business.